UN officials in Sarajevo attempt to fix blame for the mortar attack that killed at least 68 people, while President Clinton weighs his options and says nothing is ruled out. This is the CBS Evening News. And this is John Roberts reporting. Good evening. The chorus of international condemnation is growing in the wake of yesterday's mortar attack in Sarajevo. But no one is yet sure what to do about it. Part of the reason, no one knows who to blame. At least 68 people were killed when an anonymous mortar round landed in a crowded Sarajevo marketplace. Tom Fenton has more now on the bloodiest attack in Bosnia's 22-month-old civil war.
An airlift ordered by President Clinton brought 58 injured Bosnians to Germany tonight for treatment at an American military hospital. Most were victims of Saturday's massacre. That seemed to be the limit of support for the people of Sarajevo, who went about the grim business of identifying and burying the victims today. Their grief was compounded by the inability of the United Nations to name or take any action against the perpetrators of the mass slaughter. UN officials who inspected the scene where a large mortar shell killed 68 people and wounded nearly 200 agreed it was a monstrous crime.
I cannot describe it in words. It's terrible. It's simply terrible.
They also agreed it was not a stray shell, but one aimed to cause maximum casualty.
Fired deliberately at a time and a place of day, which is well known, into a crowd of people who are going about their normal daily business.
But they lacked the technical means to pinpoint where the shell came from.
It is possible that it originated from either side, and we cannot say with any degree of certainty from which side the mortar bomb originated.
That gave an excuse for governments reluctant to become more deeply involved to take no immediate military action. And it left the Bosnian Serbs and the Bosnian government, as usual, blaming each other.
They've been lying to the world for the last 2 years. Concentration camps, they denied. Rape camps, they denied. 200,000 people killed, they deny.
They are abusing the suffering of people in Sarajevo for the propaganda purposes.
The suffering is seemingly endless. Anxious to do something, the U.S., the UN, and the Europeans all rushed in to help treat and evacuate the casualties. But even as the grievously injured were being evacuated today from Sarajevo, the well-marked medical convoy was almost hit by a shell. Whoever the unknown gunner was, he couldn't resist a parting shot. Tom Fenton, CBS News, London.
President Clinton took up the Bosnia issue with his top advisors today. The meeting didn't produce any definitive plan of action, but as Bob Orr reports, the president hasn't ruled out any options.
President Clinton is still wrestling with a response to the bloodshed in Bosnia. Following an emergency meeting with national security advisors, the president delivered conflicting signals, hoping for peace, but at the same time again holding out the possibility of airstrikes if allies go along.
Many of them remain concerned that because they have soldiers on the ground, something we don't have, that their soldiers will be retaliated against if we take action from the air. That is what is animating their position. That does not mean it won't happen this time.
But Saturday's bloody mortar attack on a Sarajevo market has strained the patience of some in Congress, who are now demanding that military action replace White House saber-rattling.
Our current policy is not only a moral failure, it's a strategic failure, that the Serbs are paying no price for their aggression, and that it's time to get tough.
It's very well for these members of Congress to say that. They don't have any constituents on the ground there.
NATO troops, though, are there. And new U.S. Secretary of Defense William Perry told a European security conference in Germany, airstrikes against the Serbs could be costly.
To 28,000 peacekeepers on the ground, lightly armed, not prepared to fight a war, and surrounded by 200,000 combatants that are